Hello, miss.
Hi, sweet pea. Oh my goodness, we're babysitting today.
Hello, miss. I hope you understand. I wouldn't do this unless it was of dire necessity. But
It's fine, I'll take him.
I really could use the money.
He's priceless.
Just kidding, I would never.
We could run a dog rescue and cat rescue out of your house. Do you think Nick would let you?
Well, Duke wouldn't.
I like that he does this with his paws.
Say hi to YouTube, Duke.
He's tolerating us right now.
All right, I'll go put him back in bed.
Good night, baby.
Say bye-bye.
Dream big, Duke. Dream big.
Did you like that scene from Les Miserables that I did?
Do you remember that scene?
My darling Cosette. Did she sell Cosette?
No.
She just gave Cosette away.
Didn't she sell roses, or is that Dickens?
Duke.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a haul.
It's like a half haul.
We did the fair today, and it's the May Fair.
This was our 5th sale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 fairs and 1 pop-up shop.
I like the pop-up shop the best because we have the most control.
There's only 7 people came, but still.
Really? And 2 of them were Paul's old bosses.
They spent a lot of money.
And they bought one of my things too.
So it doesn't matter how many customers come.
No. So
and if they're nice to us.
You know, we're looking to do other things as well. The way that the Palm Springs Vintage Market works is the fair goes from October until May. They take the summer off because it's too hot and no one would come.
Avengers came out, it's the summer.
We were checking sort of last week, every day we would check the weather and it kept going up by 1 degree, by 1 degree. And it started at what?
102,
yeah,
I think.
So 102, it got up to 106 was the predicted high for today.
And it hit, I think when we left it was 105.
Right, it was.
We had to get there, we got there at 5:30
yes.
this morning, which was great.
It
was
worked
cool.
out. Mm-hmm.
We had a good 75 at 5:30 in the morning.
It ended up going really well, but I am glad that it's the evening after the fair. It's kind of, you get a little bit of a high after these fairs, I think.
I agree. And
well,
we
because
both
for
did
us,
really
it's
well.
a lot of preparation, yeah.
We both did really well. We had a great day. We met lots of amazing people. I feel like you had a story of a sale, didn't you?
The guy. One of the things that I got was this. It's a little tray that's a barbecue tray, and it has 3 little, that's what they were, steak tags. So they were pictures of these steak tags, and it was like medium well, rare, and well. And so this guy came up and he said,
he had found the tags themselves, or not tags, the picks, or whatever they are, and he had gotten a bunch of them, and like for very, very cheap, and he said that they sell online for like $30 a piece.
75. He said 75. I don't know, he just said 75.
So this plate had the iconography for these little picks, and so
he also said he was gonna send me a picture. So if I have the picture, I'll find it either way. So I sold that today. But we both did really well, and you did so well. You were like on a roll this morning. Before the fair opened, I think you sold stuff.
I would normally say Pasha, because she's always too complimentary of me, which is a huge problem in our friendship. But I did have a good morning. And people were super nice and chatty, and that's my favorite thing about the fair. I've said it 1,000 times, is it's coming and meeting people who are just there to shop and smile. We don't connect anymore as a human race, not to get too deep, but we don't like walk down the street and make eye contact and say hello and how's your day. And today was a day full of that, and that makes me really happy.
There are people here who are so cool that I feel like the sellers, they have this air that they aren't friendly, and it's sort of like their thing to be unfriendly.
And that's not our thing.
It's not our thing. But
somebody
it's funny.
comes into our booth and we're like, hi, what's your name?
We act like
and
it's
they're like,
the store.
pass. I have enough
no, thank you, please. It's too much. Back off. Back off.
Okay, you go on YouTube.
What's your name? What's your Instagram handle?
This is my impression of Jackie's car when she has to drive with all her goods.
Well, the parking lot here has so many speed bumps.
There are too many speed bumps in this complex.
Yeah. First thing I got was at the estate sale.
Oh, there's too many speed bumps in my complex. What an ass.
You sound like the jerks. You sound like the mid-century people who put on an air.
That's gonna be my new Instagram, mid-century jerk. We watched 30 Rotten Scoundrels yesterday. If you guys have not watched that movie, watch it immediately.
You may have watched it when you were younger in the 80s.
It's so good.
Steve Martin,
This one's
Michael Caine.
very off-color joke, but it's still
things
pretty
have
funny.
evolved a bit. So this I got from a really big estate sale that I went to in Phoenix. I was excited to go because I don't usually go to estate sales in that area. And this house was chock full of stuff that people had lived there for 60 years. So
can you imagine living in one place for 60 years?
Well, they had owned the house for 60 years, so I don't know if it had been passed from generation to generation, but it looked like it was stuck in time. So the house itself was all dark, like cherry wood paneling. I mean, it was like you were walking into a different time period. Huge stone fireplace, but these people were also collectors of things, so like magazines and weird things, and it was, some of it was a little bit much. That kind of the crossover like
taxidermied animals.
Oh my gosh! Today there was someone across the way. They were diagonal to us, and they had a taxidermy dog, and the dog was sitting like this. It made everyone uncomfortable. It kind of upset
including a dog.
Yeah, there was a dog walking by it. It was like, that's one thing, like taxidermied animals, I feel like that's not a thing people really do anymore, except for like the Muffies of the world.
But if you do that Muffy, that's
you're fine,
okay.
Yeah. But it was also hot, so that does not fare well for a taxidermied animal. But this house that I went to, everything was way too expensive, except a few things. So I got a stocking, a beautiful stocking, and then I also got this, and it's a tiny globe bank. Globe bank. Globe bank.
It wouldn't hold much change.
It wouldn't, because it doesn't have a stopper on the bottom. But I love globes, so really I figured this is my only non-light up globe. I really like it. It says World Bank, as you save, so you prosper. You know, it's Ohio Art Company. But today I had this on, I tagged it because I had it on my desk, in my desk accessory. And this was kind of pricey, actually. I have it, I'm not gonna tell you how much I'm selling it for, but I purchased it. I purchased it for $10. And when you're at a sale where everything's more expensive, this does not seem like that much. If this were a normal estate sale that I went to, if it were more than 50 cents, I probably wouldn't have purchased it, but I did.
Mine are really weird today because everything I own is in my car because of the fair, so it's all out there, and I just really want to go outside.
But then you sent me, I had
You said you wanted to go outside.
Because nothing.
So I have some things.
I put everything
They're just a little unusual for
I put everything
my
back.
haul. This is a real gamble because I'm giving this to someone for her birthday, but I don't think she watches your channel. No offense, Gina. If you're watching, Gina, happy birthday. Hi, Gina. I went to Florida and I did some thrifting there in Vero Beach, and I found this collector's plate.
Oh my gosh!
Dun, 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 dun. It's a chorus line.
Oh my gosh!
And she loves a chorus line.
So, Gina loves a lot of Broadway, doesn't she? Is she the one who loves Sound of Music also?
That's a good question. Jen and Jen love, my friend Jen and Jen love the Sound of Music.
She lives in New York, right?
She always goes to musicals.
So yeah.
She may watch.
Can I see?
I should put this in the mail tomorrow.
This is my favorite person on the plate. The one jumping on the top.
The 80s were crazy, huh?
I got these at Goodwill, and these are little saucers. They have a little desert scene. It's more like an Egyptian scene. It has pyramids and palm trees, but they're really small. They're smaller than a tea saucer.
So what would you put on it?
I would put little snacks, or like maybe at a party, put just one gumdrop or one nut. It'll sit in the center here, and then you can see the pictures still. On the back it says made in China, but it's like the Republic of China, not current China. I only brought 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I actually got 19 of them. And on the back of the plate, it said it was $19. Each plate said times 39. So there were 39 pieces at some point.
Oh, wow.
And I could only find 19. So I had one of the employees come in. We looked up and down the aisles to see if we could find any other pieces. But I bet there were little tiny espresso cups or something. Yeah. In my mind, my fantasy about these is that they are for an Egyptian airline. First class Egyptian airline.
What's funny is that when you said, I totally see them being pyramids, but I also think they could be mountains.
Really?
I mean,
I guess they could
maybe
be.
I'm programmed in the Palm Springs.
Right. Well, I just figured that they were perfect for Palm Springs. Well, and obviously they were, because they didn't sell today. So, and that's why I only brought 5, because I just figured that, you know. So they ended up giving me 19 for $10 because we couldn't find the other pieces.
You could do something really neat with those, maybe as a display. Like one
jewelry
of those display boxes.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
You know? That's what Roger at Grace Home, he's bought a lot of stuff at the vintage market. Like he bought napkins with really cool napkin rings that were in pristine condition from the 60s, and he got one of those display boxes and framed them. And I wonder if you got 10 and framed the 10.
Wouldn't that be cute?
It'd be really cute.
I also think if we had a store, it would be fun to put little rings or something on here to sell, because you want to be able to see the edge.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
What is this?
The Legend of Zelda beach towel.
Oh.
And the reason I'm showing it is because I found it at Revivals, and I was like, somebody somewhere is gonna like remember Legend of Zelda and want this. Now, would I ever put it out at the fair? No, because that's not what I sell. But I think as a thrifter in training still, I like to look out for things that I'm like, who's specific? There's somebody out there that really wants this.
Right.
And so I did put it actually on eBay, and there were like 3 people watching it.
Yeah.
And I put it on there for like $30, which is so silly, but like somebody...
I don't know, you can look up the...
And that's the thing, somebody had sold one of these for $50, and I thought that was excessive.
And this one's in nice condition. Yeah. It looks like they took care of their towel. My brother loved Zelda.
This is like a pre-Nintendo, this isn't a replication of whatever. It's, it's a Legend of Zelda beach towel.
Yeah. I think that's a good Palm Springs towel too. Like I could see that at the Ace Hotel.
Well, that's another thing too. Is that
be cute?
I like
someone walking around with
When we were kids, I was very fortunate. My parents had a beach house in Maine, and there was always like our towel closet that was a mix match of towels. And I had a Monopoly towel that I still have to this day. So it's like, maybe there is. If I could find more of these, wouldn't it be fun to have maybe like 4 or 5 of these on a table?
That would
then
be
it becomes a little different.
Cute, yeah.
See, this is why she's got the big brain.
I thought of that all myself.
Well, you did. That was a very smart thought.
You just thought of it.
No, you did. You said the Ace Hotel. Okay. That threaded the needle.
Okay.
We don't get along. It's been a long day.
We do not get along. I got this at an estate sale for $1. I cannot find anything like this on...
That's awesome.
I couldn't find anything that was similar to this online. So it says domino, I think word is word dominoes. So they're domino tiles. I'll show you. Or I guess that would be
Scrabble?
Scrabble tiles. But they're vintage Scrabble tiles.
Those are cool.
And the odd part of this, first of all, the box is like mint green color. This is yellow, and it's got this pink sticker on it. So it says here that they're Swiss made, but that they are the French edition. The little pink one says the French edition.
It's complicated.
It's very complicated. It's got this little mark on the back. But I just thought they were really...
Those are really neat.
Aren't those pretty? So these were only $1.
Have you ever seen those people that take Scrabble tiles and they make cufflinks out of them?
No, that's cute.
This would be kind of cool like that. Although people would see these and they don't know Cruo, and they'd be like, why do you have fake Scrabble tiles?
Well, the other problem is places like Joann's, and I mean, it's not a problem, but places like Joann's and other craft stores, you can buy Scrabble tiles that look like vintage tiles. So if it weren't in this box, people would just assume that they were from...
And I like the idea of this being on someone's game cupboard.
Yes. These
you want to play some Cruo?
Yeah. These would look good on
your... No, because I don't know what Cruo is.
And you say, well, we only do it in French here.
All right, I have one more, and this is a little bit of a handmade thing. I have a bowl that you gave me. I don't know if you remember. And I decided to have a little fun with it. And it's gone through a few different revisions, but I'm at a place now where it's like close to being ready. And so no, it's not ready yet. I didn't bring it to the sale today. And if I did, I think I'd probably have to sell it for $100 because of how much work I put into this thing. But I started by painting it with like a little bit of a splatter paint scenario. And then I experimented with resin to seal it.
Ooh.
You'll see.
Resin is hard, isn't it?
It's very hard.
I've never tried
especially when you're dealing with something with like it's a bowl, so it pools at the bottom, and that's the problem is that, well, let me just show you.
Ooh.
So I love it, but the problem is if you see real close, the bottom, it pooled in the bottom, and so it's much thicker in the bottom, and it's not, you can see how clear it is, the detail on the outside, but at the bottom it pooled. If you're watching and you know how to deal with resin, I sanded it down, and I sanded it for like 45 minutes and tried all these different things that I had seen online, and it ended up getting a little bit better, but it's still got that like maybe a centimeter to go. I think I could figure it out, and I will eventually, but I just love the pattern. It's
I like
very
that. It's
abstract
really
and weird, which is not usually my style.
I think if we have a pop-up shop again, this kind of teak, these bowls and things will do well because it looks like something that the Ace would sell in their little kind of shop. I like it. Let me see it. Thank you. I like how shiny this is.
That's what I like about the resin. I think if I were using it on a flat surface, it'd be no problem. Maybe it was good for me to try something hard for the first time because now it'll be easier when I try it. I was actually thinking about sealing that whole table out there.
Yes.
But it would be...
Yeah, but that's pretty
that'd be
flat.
Stressful.
But do you have to pour it on? So these
it was riveting, by the way.
These I got at Goodwill.
I do, I'm just
No, they're just speckled trays and I got these for a few
Do you
dollars.
ever use them at home?
No. That's why I can't keep them because I don't use them.
Well, I'm trying to think of like what is the, because I love them, but I wonder what is the new way to make lunch trays happen again. And is it like
for adults or kids or I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, I think maybe adults, like could you do a barbecue night?
Yeah.
And you put out lunch trays?
Yes,
so that everybody has their macaroni and cheese,
really
mashed
cute.
potatoes,
Right.
This is actually, if you were a barbecue restaurant, and there's a bunch now, I feel like barbecue restaurants are more popular.
Back in.
To serve the meal on a tray like this would be so buzzy.
Yeah.
So hip.
It would be a part of their look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the speckle.
And these are Dallasware trays, and I like the speckle as well. But again, I like them, but I don't have a need for them.
Do you think back to when cafeterias like were a thing, not only in schools, but in like offices?
Yes.
And get your Salisbury steak.
Yeah.
And you're this and you're that and you're this.
And there were partitions so that you could eat everything.
Not anymore.
No.
Nobody eats or talks to each other anymore unless you're selling a
Got your lean cuisine, put it in the microwave, and that's fine.
It's not all right. We should all talk to each other.
Wow, who are you, an ambassador today?
We're not talking to each other enough anymore.
I know, well we are.
I think you're right.
I think it's been a long day and...
It has. We're a little punchy, can you tell?
Yeah. Yay! I love you. Thank you for doing the fair with me today.
Thank you for doing life with me. I love you.
Ding!
And we love you. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. Have a good week. Bye.
Cosette, it's time for your bath.
Madame Cosette. Bling, bling, bling. There is a castle on a cloud.
I like to go there in my sleep. Crying it all is not allowed.
Down to the castle on a cloud.
Bye.